Hi students, in this video from kinetic theory of gases, let us derive pressure of an ideal gas. So this is the one cubical box in which an ideal gas is taken. So this ideal gas consists of many molecules. Let us take one molecule, one particle of mass m. So it is moving in space. So if you take x, y, z axis, then it has three components of velocity. So velocity v bar can be written in vector form. V bar can be written vx I cap plus vy j cap plus vz k cap. So vx, vy, vz, v, these are components of velocity v. V is the velocity of this molecule. Now this v can also be written v equal to under root, v is the magnitude, vx square plus vy square plus vz square. This is the magnitude of the velocity of that particle, molecule. So now this, we will assume this vx, vy, vz, three components are equal theoretically. Theoretically, we will assume that all these three components are equal. So vy, vz can also be written as vx. So vx square plus vy square, vx square plus vx square. So we will assume that vy equal to vz equal to vx. Then this v equal to, we can write 3vx square under root. Otherwise, we can write vx square equal to v square equal to 3vx square. So now this molecule has vx if it is x-axis, and this is vy if it is y-axis, and you will take this is z-axis, then this will be vz. It has three components. Let us assume length of the box, if this cube, this length is taken as L. Now let us take this wall which is perpendicular to x-axis. Now this molecule has velocity vx, vy, vz. So due to vy, it will be moving along y-axis, parallel to y-axis. So due to vy, it cannot reach this wall. It cannot hit this wall due to vy or vz. So the molecule hits this wall due to vx. So this molecule is moving with a speed vx towards the wall. I will name it ABCD. It hits the wall ABCD with a speed vx. And next, this collision between molecule and molecule, molecule and wall of the container is purely elastic collision, perfect elastic collision. In perfect elastic collision, if a small particle comes and hits heavy particle which is at rest, small particle moving and hitting heavy particle, heavy body, then what happens? This lighter particle, small particle will rebound back with the same speed. The heavier body which is at rest remains at rest. So same logic if you apply, this molecule is moving with a speed vx and hits the wall ABCD. So wall is a heavy body. This molecule is a small particle. So small particle hits heavy body which is at rest. Then this small particle will rebound back with the same speed vx, because the collision is elastic collision. So now this molecule goes and hits with vx, it rebounds back. Then when it rebounds, it will go and hit this wall. We can name this CD, E, F, G, H. So it hits E, F, G, H wall and again rebounds back with same speed vx and again hits A, B, C, D. So now my question is, after it hits A, B, C, D wall first time, when does it hit again second time? The time between first collision and second collision. So between first collision and second collision, what is this particle doing? After rebounding, it is going and hitting EFGH wall, again going back. Means it is traveling L distance backward, again L distance forward. So it is traveling 2L distance. So 2L distance is the distance traveled between two collisions with ABCD wall. So then time taken. Time is nothing but distance upon speed, because it moves with constant speed. We'll assume that molecule is moving with constant speed and rebounds back with same speed because the collision is elastic collision. So the force acting on this wall, so force can be written from Newton's second law, change in momentum divided by time. What is the change in momentum? It hits the wall with a speed Vx, rebounds back with a speed Vx. So delta P, change in momentum. Change in momentum is always final minus initial. So final momentum is momentum formula, mass into velocity, m into Vx. This is the final momentum. Minus initial momentum also mvx. Because initial speed and final speeds are equal before collision and after collision. So this is the change in momentum. Change in momentum final minus initial. But momentum is a vector, so we need to follow sign convention for direction. Initial momentum is in what direction? Towards the wall. After collision, away from the wall. So initial momentum is to the right side, final momentum is to the left side. If one is positive, other should be taken negative. So here I will assume in final momentum positive, initial momentum as negative. This is my choice. You can take initial momentum positive, final momentum negative also. Then one negative sign difference will come. That negative sign will indicate direction of the force acting. So magnitude of force, no change. So this is the change in momentum divided by time. So how much time it will go and come back? So to go L distance, come back L distance. So total distance is 2L divided by speed is Vx. So between two collisions, time taken, so it should come here and again go there. So 2L is the distance, L, 2L divided by speed is Vx. 2L upon Vx is the time. So change in momentum divided by time is force acting. Now here it will be minus into minus plus mvx 2mvx divided by 2L by Vx will come up, so it becomes Vx square. 2 and 2 also get cancelled. Now this is the force acting on this wall due to one molecule. This molecule will again and again will hit. For each collision, change in momentum this. For each collision, time taken is 2L by Vx. So this is the force acting on this wall. Average force on this wall due to one molecule, but many molecules will be there here. So all the molecules will go and hit here. Then we can write the force acting on this wall due to all the molecules. So total force. So this is the force due to first molecule. I will write it as F1. Then F can be written force due to first molecule plus force due to second molecule and so on plus Fn. Like that, if n molecules are there, n is the total number of molecules. Then what will be the force formula? F equal to, what is F1? 2 to cancel here. M Vx square by L. So M Vx square by L is the force due to first molecule. So for example, first molecule has the velocity Vx1 plus second particle, second molecule also will have same mass. Mass of all molecules will be same. For example, if oxygen gas is taken, so each oxygen molecule will have same mass, but speeds need not to be same. So let us take first molecule as Vx1, m into second molecule has Vx2 square by L plus and so on plus for nth molecule m into Vxn square by L. Here m by L is common. Let us take m by L common. So F equal to m by L into Vx1 square plus Vx2 square plus and so on plus Vxn square. Now let us multiply with n. Capital N is the number of molecules and divide with n. multiply with n and dividing with n. N is the number of molecules, total number of molecules. So let us write F equal to m into n divided by L. So Vx1 square plus Vx2 square plus and so on Vxn square by n. So it is the average formula. How to find average? Adding number all the values divided by number of values. So here we are adding v square terms, n terms we are adding, dividing with n. So it is the average of Vx square. So I will write it as simply Vx square bar. So this bar indicates it is the average. Vx square bar indicates this is the average of Vx square values for all the molecules. So next let us write pressure formula. So pressure can be written. Pressure is nothing but force upon area. So which area? So we are finding force on this wall. Then force on this wall divided by area of this wall will give pressure on this wall. So pressure equal to force upon area. So force, this is the formula for force. Mn Vx square bar divided by L is there already. This is the force divided by area. Area of this wall. So L square, because it is a cube I told. So length into breadth, L into L square. Then pressure equal to, so L into L square, L cube. So M into here N into Vx square bar divided by L cube. L cube I will write it as V, volume of the box, volume of the gas. So finally we can write M into N by V. Let us take small n into Vx square bar. So here we got V square equal to 3Vx square. So V square can be written V square by 3. So Vx square can be written V square by 3. But it is Vx square bar. Bar indicates it is average value. So Vx square bar can be written V square bar by 3. So final formula we get pressure of an ideal gas equal to 1/3 mn V square bar. This is the pressure of an ideal gas. So here what is M? M is mass of one molecule. Then what is small n? Small n is nothing but number of molecules or particles per unit volume. Because what is taken as small n? Here we see capital N upon capital V, we wrote as small n. So small n is nothing but capital N by V. Small n can be written capital N divided by V. So capital N upon V. What is capital N? Number of molecules. You see here we wrote N. So 1, 2, 3 and so on N. So N molecules are there here. So force acting due to N molecules we wrote here. Then pressure due to all the molecules formula 1/3 mn V square bar. Small n is capital N upon V. V is the volume. This V is the volume here. So this V we wrote L into L square L cube. L cube is written as V. This V is the volume. That's why we wrote it as number of molecules per unit volume. That is small n. Next this V square bar. So I will write V square bar can be written. What is taken as V square bar? V square bar by 3 is written as Vx square bar. So we can understand this bar indicates it is average. Average means immediately what we understand, we need to add all the values divided by number of values. If there are n values, then we divide with n. So here we need to add all n values. N values, which values? V square values. So V1 square plus V2 square plus and so on Vn square divided by n will give us average of V square. Next let us derive kinetic energy of gas. So already we derived pressure of an ideal gas. So pressure of an ideal gas P equal to 1/3 mnv square bar. This is the formula for pressure of an ideal gas. Here m is mass of one molecule, n is number of molecules per unit volume, v square bar is average of v square value for all the molecules. So let us write P equal to 1/3. So let us write, here we need to write small n as total number of molecules divided by v. In derivation of this formula, we have taken n by v as a small n. So small n actually is nothing but capital N by v. V is the volume and n is number of molecules into v square bar. This v is the velocity. So here we need kinetic energy. This v will come here, and here we will multiply with 2 and divide with 2, so that it becomes n into half m v square bar. This v square bar as it is, this m is written here. Here we multiplied with 2 and divided with 2. This n is written here. This 2 by 3 will come here. So it becomes 3 by 2 PV equal to right hand side half mv square is kinetic energy of one molecule. M is mass of one molecule. Half mv square is kinetic energy of one molecule into number of molecules will give total kinetic energy. So this 2 by 3 will go to left side, 3 by 2. So this is kinetic energy of total gas. This is for total gas. Kinetic energy of all the molecules in the gas, Ke equal to 3 by 2 PV. Now let us write kinetic energy of one molecule. So kinetic energy of one molecule. So for that, half mv square, only this is the kinetic energy of one molecule. This half mv square can be written, this 2 by 3 again will come here, 3 by 2 PV as it is. Here n also will go to left side, because only we want for one molecule half mv square, n will go here divided by n. So this is the kinetic energy of one molecule. So Ke for one molecule equal to 3 by 2. PV can be written mu RT from ideal gas equation. PV equal to mu RT. So PV can be replaced by mu RT divided by this n can also be written mu into Na, because number of moles is nothing but n upon Na. So n can be written mu into Na. So this n is written mu into Na. Total number of molecules. Total number of molecules. Originally we wrote capital N as mu into Na. Na is the number of molecules in one mole into number of moles will give total number of molecules. So which is equal to 3 by 2, mu get cancelled. R by Na is the Boltzmann constant Kb, Boltzmann constant into T. So kinetic energy of one molecule is 3 by 2 Kb, 3 by 2 kBt. So kinetic energy depends on temperature. That's why this kinetic energy is called thermal kinetic energy. When temperature increases, kinetic energy increases. When temperature decreases, kinetic energy decreases. As kinetic energy is depending on temperature, the kinetic energy of the gas is generally called thermal kinetic energy. Thermal kinetic energy formula 3 by 2 kBt for one molecule. You want this kinetic energy for total gas. For total gas, this is the kinetic energy of one molecule. We multiply this with number of molecules. That will give for total gas, or we have directly 3 by 2 PV as kinetic energy for total gas.